Installing a bidet. First thing you're actually going to want to be able to make sure you do is be able to shut off the supply to the toilet itself. The thing you're going to do next is you're going to need to remove the supply line to the toilet from the shutoff valve. And the reason why I'm doing that in this instance is the fact that this particular supply line is very rigid, and it's not going to give us the room that we need to be able to put in this one diverter. Now, the bottom portion of the supply line usually requires a crescent wrench to be able to remove it, where the top portion can just unscrew by hand. You're going to have a little bit of residual water coming from the tank. The next step is we're going to be installing this diverter on the bottom portion of the fill valve. And so in this instance, it has a washer that you can be putting on here. And I like to use a pipe sealant. People call it pipe dope. I like to use that on the threads of plumbing that I do here. And so I'm going to turn and put that on here right now. Now this is going to work as a small diverter, which is going to allow water to fill up the toilet tank itself independently. It will also allow you to be able to run the bidet. As you saw there, I needed a bigger crescent wrench to be able to put on that diverter. The next step is to find a good supply line that will fit between here and here. They don't sell them 4 inches, they sell them like 9 inches or longer. I have a 12-inch one here, as well as a 16-inch one here, in which we're going to need to install it and then loop it. And it may seem like an overkill, but I think if I do the 16-inch, it's going to give me the nice loop to where it won't crimp the supply line here. And so I'm going to apply some more of the plumber's pipe dope to the bottom of this diverter. That's going to go and connect to the supply line, and I will also put a little bit of pipe dope here. I know it's a lot and quite goopy, but I'd rather have a lot than too little. And then we can wipe off the residual afterwards. It's going to be easier to actually go and put the smaller portion of the supply line onto the shutoff valve than it will be to do it in the opposite direction, where you would put it up here first with the big portion. So I do this portion first. Now, as you saw there, I just had a drywall bucket be able to collect any residual water, and I have a towel on the floor. For the most part, it's a pretty dry application. Now you see here, this is the 16-inch supply line for the toilet. And so I can just go ahead and twist it and then put it down here on the bottom portion of this diverter. And the neat thing about the supply lines here is that they have these little tabs on them to where you can secure them by hand versus needing a pair of pliers. Sometimes I'll take my hand around the toilet like I just did to be able to just get a better grip on things. And I am wanting this portion of the diverter to face towards the front of the toilet, so I am using this screwdriver to hold it in place while I go and secure it tightly. So the next step I'm going to do before I go and connect this supply line to that diverter is I'm going to take off the toilet seat and actually mount the bidet to the toilet. Okay, for the most part, these toilet seats have a Phillips head, and you're just going to unscrew them from up top, and the little nut that is the other portion of the bolt that holds this toilet seat to the tank, I'm holding down below. It's a piece of plastic as well, so I just go and extract that. Actually, I'm going to clean that because that looks gross. So yeah, this portion, if you're a germaphobe, can be kind of gross because a lot of the time, even though this toilet looked quite clean, the portion underneath the toilet seat, you'll see in a second, probably will show evidence of some residual urine from a previous tenant. Here comes the action horror shot. Let's see. But that's part of the process of working on toilets. The next step is we're going to be attaching this supply line that comes with the bidet to the actual bidet. This portion of the supply line is going to be what is going to be connected to the water supply that goes both to the toilet and now the bidet. Again, I'm putting on this pipe dope and then just securing this supply line to the bidet itself. I'll go on finger tight initially, as the portion that is on the bottom of the bidet, this black portion here, is plastic, so you want to make sure it's threaded correctly, and then you're going to want to use a adjustable crescent wrench to secure it on there tightly, but not over tightly, because you don't want to ruin the threads on the bottom of the bidet. Okay, the next step of the process of mounting the bidet to the toilet is a little precarious, and that is you're going to be taking and placing the actual toilet seat on top of the bidet and then feeding in the top portion of the bolt that is going to be securing the toilet seat and the bidet to the actual toilet. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking and attaching that bottom nut portion to the bottom of the toilet and tightening it most of the way. I don't want it to be too tight because there's going to be some adjustments, because things aren't going to be calibrated perfectly when you put it on there, but at least it's holding it in place. And now I'm putting the other side in. This phase, you're going to want to open up the toilet, see how things are positioned, because you're going to want the portion that is going to be the bidet, the spraying portion, to be in the center of the toilet. You don't want it too far to the right or too far to the left. Hence, that's why they have those long slots there. That looks good, and the toilet seat looks good on the actual bowl itself. And so I'm going to tighten it securely now. Okay, so that is the extent of actually mounting the bidet to the toilet. Now you take the supply line that's leading from the actual bidet and you connect it to the diverter. Okay, so you're going to hand tighten it, and then you're going to take the wrench and tighten it further. Fortunately, this portion is being attached to a metal diverter. You don't have to be too gentle, but still don't want to over tighten things because you can ruin the threads on things. And then I'm going to take and tighten this portion up as well. Phase in this process is to turn on the water to the toilet and bidet and see if there's any leaks. So it looks like it is holding tight in all of the areas: the area that it connects to the fill valve, the area where it connects to the supply line that connects to the shutoff valve, and then also the area here where it connects to the diverter portion that is going to the bidet, and then also the portion under the bidet. The last phase in this process is to test out each component separately. So what I'll do is I'll flush the toilet first, and it sounds like it's flushing just perfectly and also filling perfectly. Then the next phase is to actually test out the bidet itself. So when you turn this on, it's going to spray out here, so you're going to want to cover it with your hand. I'm going to try to show you without getting drenched. So as you can see here, just squirted right past me. Luckily it didn't get me, but it's working. Woo, got me this time. But it is working. So that is the process of installing a bidet. It's pretty simple. There are some complicated aspects back there, but for the most part, it's completed. And that's today's Mr. Fix-It tip.